My name's Deborah. I like to share the human experience to help others gain confidence in their human experience. This channel is called Awaken with Deb. It's a very arbitrary title. Tonight's live show got a wonderful show for you. We're talking about awakening. We're talking about what does it mean to awaken? What does it mean to learn about your own soul and your own light? Well, what does this mean? I would say we talk about our inner light a lot. And why do we talk about our inner light? Because we talk about our shadows. What are our shadows? We like to define our shadows as, and let's see, who said this? Was it Carl Jung who said, until we make our subconscious conscious, we will be ruled by the subconscious. And so, with that, we have these shadows that operate subconsciously and run our life for us. And when you have light helps clear up that shadow, right? So let's say I have this big rock right here and it's creating a shadow. It's creating a shadow on this wall. But then if you get a crack, then there'll be like light shining through. I don't know. Yeah, everyone knows that. I'm really just killing time while I'm waiting for people to join this live session here. So yeah, Awaken with Deb. I've been doing videos since February, daily since about April. Been doing the lives for maybe a month. I started doing them to maybe get some interaction going with viewers if some of them so chose. So here we are, live at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, every day so far since I started it. I may have missed one day. This channel, this channel, this channel is about helping people feel seen. As I talk about certain aspects of the human experience, I hope that encourages others to know that hardships do suck. How much is a gallon of milk in your town? I think the last gallon of milk I bought was, this is a hard one. I want to say it was like $8, but I also buy organic, and that was a cheaper store as well. So a gallon of milk, like everything, it's a lot. I don't even buy eggs anymore. And no, I don't really drink that much milk. It's more for the kid. But thanks for the question. I love questions. See, random question like that, I love that. Random questions. This is a Q&A. I there yeah, as long as questions are respectful, that's great. And a gallon of milk, it's funny because the last time I bought milk, which was either yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was just noticing how it had another price increase, and I was like thinking how much it used to be. It's like, wow. When you think of what the prices used to be, it's changed a lot in a very short period of time. And I know percentage wise, there's no way it changed the same before, otherwise things would have been at zero. So I'm yeah, I'm that's a personal question. I don't, you can see those curtains. What's the color? The color of it's a blue. It's called Silent Eyes. That type of blue. Silent Eyes. I know. So this wall, I made this wall myself. I built this whole house, me and my community. No contractor. So it was me and the community. But a lot of it was hands on. It was kind of quite the show. And yeah, it was actually the second time I've built a house. So, but this wall, it's a plaster. So it was like sand and stuff, and we had to make the color ourselves. It was really cool. And the curtains look like an area rug. You know what? It's actually a throw blanket. Yeah, it's just a throw blanket wrapped around a tension rod, doubled over. I couldn't find curtains that I liked and the size, and then I saw the throw blanket and it seemed to work just great. And then it shrunk when I washed it, so it doesn't quite fit as it fit perfect when I bought it, but it was cotton, 100% cotton. When I washed it, I didn't think about that. So now it's like 80 9% perfect. And there we go to the inappropriate questions. Okay. I should have saw that coming. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I put that person hidden or just timeout. I don't know. If there's other people here. Okay. So let's see. Messages. Awakening. Does anyone know what awakening is? Is anyone that's in here want to participate or just in here to let me chat? So I do videos already on a daily basis where I talk to myself, and then I use these live sessions to show up for some interactive Q&A. So great time for a Q&A. If you're not familiar with who I am, spend some time on my channel after you log off this live or right now, and then come back and jump on. And so one thing that kind of came to mind today was, where does awakening fit in with spirituality? Because at the beginning of my awakening journey, before I was like all awakening, I was very much so against religion. I knew it had its place. It's a very great guide for many people. And it just seemed very fake, right? As far as the religion. But when it comes and when you look at religion, they all are saying the same thing. They all have the baseline values. They all are talking about heart and soul, collaboration with your neighbors, respecting one another. It's all very good things. And so those are parts of awakening. And awakening is, it's about coming home to yourself, to your own soul. It's about recognizing what subconscious beliefs you have that are running your life. Hello, hola, Gabriel. And awakening is about realizing what type of masks you might be holding up. And awakening is realizing how much of your life that you don't appreciate right now is something that you can actually control. Sometimes we get so locked into a victim mindset or locked into a box, or we've invested ourselves down a path so much that we just can't possibly fathom starting over or throwing that away. And awakening is realizing that you can start over as many times as you need. It doesn't matter how much time you've invested into something. If it's no longer for you and no longer aligned for you, then get rid of it and find something that does align with you. Awakening is realizing that we have a sixth intuition or sixth sense called intuition, and it really does help guide us. The reckoning rooms. Ah, wonderful. The reckoning rooms. So you don't really have a name, so I can call you the reckoning rooms. You said finally caught you live. Clicked on one just before you were ending it. And so, question: were if it caught your eye, what caught your eye about the awakening, or if you had time to check out the video? Hi, Tosh. Okay. Nice to meet you. And yeah, I hope you got some time to check out videos. If people in here have not looked at videos, definitely I encourage you to go and look through them. This channel is designed to help you find answers kind of when you need it. It's this life, you really do have to rely, you don't have to rely, but it's nice to have synchronicities and signs and guides to help you on your way. And the way that energies are mixing right now, I do believe that technology is kind of mixing with the collective consciousness, and our own consciousness can help magnetize messages to us when we need them. So I'm still trying to figure out my end of it right now. I'm just going a lot of free flow, allowing messages to come through just kind of in a channeled manner. And so pick headlines that call to you, and then just scroll through video, and usually you'll kind of find something when you're meant to find it. I hope so. If you do, make sure you leave a comment on the video that it resonated and let me know, because I'd love to hear it. That's what we're here for. um, Ultimately, I just know I talk a lot about my own experiences just because I've had so many ups and downs in life. I've been like super great, like always grateful, but really blessed. and not always grateful. Sometimes I'm I've gone through waves of resentment and gone through waves of despair and doubt and really been in that darkness more than once. And yeah, so it's like I like to share those experiences, and through those, it seems to always benefit someone. So even though these experiences are things that I'm describing as either from my life or clients or community members, it's a lot of the information, it flows through from God, from source. And saying God is kind of, I'm still getting used to that. But it's been about a year ago, I hit a really major rock bottom, and absolutely God and faith is what has me here now today, being the most grateful, most happy to be alive ever. And that comes from someone who was raised religious and renounced religion. I'm like full circle back to like, wow, God, wow, who would have known? Wish someone would have told me sooner. Oh wait, they did. I just didn't want to believe it. You know, you really do have to go through your own journey. All right, so I'm gonna go back to some chats. Synchronicity, void space came up as a friendly reminder. So there's two different void spaces, and one of the void spaces that I'm going to describe is not the first void space that seems to be an awakening journey. It's a second void space, and this is the one that I'm going to describe because it's the one that's freshest to me right now. Um, so the first void space would be like the really dark night of the soul, and it's low vibration and it's very apathetic. You've lost all your passions and everything. The second void space is less dark. It's more light, but it's not all aha and joy. It's more of a desert season, and it's it's more of just an allowing of neutrality, if you will. The desert season really does explain it, because like when you're in nature in a forest, there's a lot happening in a forest. You're always like, "Oh, what's that noise? What's that noise?" There's something, there's trees, there's the sound of the trees, but when you're in the desert, it is so still. So still. Once in a while you might hear a little sparrow in a bush or a ground mouse. And sometimes you'll hear the wind, depending on the season. Oh, the wind here, that was amazing. But those desert seasons, the void space, and the reason why, even though I say it's void space number two and maybe not one, and even though people are probably at a stage of one, I'm going to mention the two right now because that's the energies that are happening right now. Is energies are shifting so hard, and we even see it physically. Like I feel like in the past when we've had these energy shifts, they've been really kind of mild, to only those who are tuned in and aware and following the scene were aware of what's going on. But we've been following this for at least a decade or two. I mean, definitely a decade, but close to 2 or 3 decades at this point. And now Mother Earth is catching up and really showing us on a physical level that yes, what we've been feeling coming is happening. And so that void is just, it really is the releasing of the old. It's that seed in the darkness, and we're building the new. So it's pretty intense. Just patience with the presence is what I am trying to remember lately. Patience with the presence. Digestion. No new concepts, no new excitement, rest and silence combined, okay, with combined with new growth, new journeys. Yes. And so integrating, there's this thing with awakening, and there's layers to this. We have a nervous system, right? And what's the difference between someone who is fearful and someone who is capable of embracing joy enough to jump out of an airplane 20 times a day as their job, or jump off a cliff with a parachute and no backup? Like that's what they do for fun. The difference between the joy and fear is the nervous system. And the way that our society has designed our nervous system with routine and go, 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 and the way our food system is no longer food, the way social media has created our attention span and the dopamine fix so fast, our nervous systems are shot. So when it comes to awakening, we are electrical beings and we can only handle so much bandwidth, right? And so if we're given too much awakening information, we're going to overload our circuits. We've already overloaded our circuits with the incorrect ways of living, with the dopamine rushes and all that. So now, in order to give space for the awakening, we have to give ourselves time to integrate everything and take the awakening within layers and give our electrical system, our nervous system, time to integrate and expand before we can bring in new and higher energies. And that's what we're going through as a collective right now. And I feel like a lot of people have been going through this over the last decade or so, a lot of light workers individually. And so those are going to be the main leaders, people like myself and others that you see on social media. We've been going through this, but behind the scenes and very quietly. And now Earth is reaching a critical mass tipping point of mass awakening. Like it's already there and it's already happening. And now the whole world is waking up. Like you can't stop this. It is already happening. It has already begun. And there will be some that are not coming along, that are not going to be awakening. And that's okay. But for the most part, people are awakening. It's no longer just a small handful of us, it's a lot of us. And you won't feel that way though, because we're scattered throughout the earth. And that's why social media is great. Because if you look at your individual communities, it might be difficult. You might feel very isolated and alone, but we have social media and internet to connect us worldwide because we're kind of displaced along specific lines, if you will, like different chakra areas of the earth, different grid areas, kind of like acupuncture. And so different light workers are placed all over the world. Where I'm at is a very magical portal. And we get 3 million visitors. Like it's a small town of 5,000 people. We get 3 million visitors annually. And I go out on those trails and talk to people and spread magic. And they're all leaving with aha moments. And they're just like, wow, like, how do I get more of you in this place and this magic? And I'm like, just this magic that we have right now, it's within you as well. I'm just reflecting it back. So take this magic home with you and spread it out to others. And that's what we're doing as light workers here. So, liked and subscribe from London. It is quite the hour in London. So I very much so appreciate you, Samuel, for joining me, and thank you for subscribing. Definitely share these messages if anything feels called to you. Share. Leave me comments on the videos that resonate with you. Let me know situations in your life that where things have applied, or maybe the information gives you your own aha moment, because I love to hear it. So definitely do that. All right. Well, this video is getting up to close to 20 minutes. I do like to try and keep it under 20 minutes because I haven't figured out the technology yet. And so once it hits 20 minutes, it takes like 2 days to upload. And once it hits 30 minutes, it's like 3 days to upload. So, yeah. Okay. Well, again, my name's Deborah, and I come on here to share the human experience, to help channel insights and energy wisdom, to share with the collective, to help prepare for the new world, help people resonate with their soul and their authenticity, because starting with the inside is how we're going to change things worldwide. So, if this sounds like something you're interested in, give my Deville. I believe you were passing through yesterday also. I am just signing off. So I will see you all. I've been coming on 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every day. Other than that, also uploading videos and shorts daily. So make sure to check it out. If you're dealing with something, ask to receive the signs that you need to receive, and you will, because that's how the energy works. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you all another time. Much love.